those, but again, it's like a receiver. But like for broad gigs and stuff, it'd actually be quite cool.
Oh, so easy.
So if you've got like 2 days away, so we've got quite a few gigs coming up this year where we go away like the day before, and it's like a 15-piece band. It's all with my mates.
Great, perfect.
It's like Mike Kamara's in it.
Oh, sick! Yeah.
From like the Entourage stuff. So he's in it, and he's done a couple of these already.
Yes.
Them too. But yeah, it'd be quite nice to do that abroad. Almost make it like a house party kind of vibe.
It's absolutely the vibe. I did. I was in Montenegro, and do you know Morgan Alexander Green, guitarist?
No.
Well, he was on a corporate gig with myself. I say corporate, it was a wedding, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out there with him, and we found a spot at the top of the hotel when we had some downtime. Stuck up a camera, had like the mountains and the sea.
How nice is Montenegro? Jesus. It's underrated as well. Like people, I'm sure people are talking about it more now, but it's always like, oh, Croatia or Italy.
Yeah. But it is absolutely stunning. It really, really is. I mean, Italy's great. Italy's got some real like every city, every part of Italy is completely unique.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's got so much character. But Montenegro, I've only been in one time. My God, that place is gorgeous, bro.
Unbelievable.
It's so hot as well.
Yeah. It was like we did one in a place called Adriatica.
Okay.
Which is like literally, I'm not even joking. Say you were the drummer, it would be like this far to the sea from the back, and it was like off a stage. So if you tumble backwards, you'd be like,
looks epic, feels terrible.
Yeah. Just don't fuck up, fall backwards.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you do fuck up, just fall backwards.
Yeah, just go.
Oh no!
You gotta make a comment as you go down. Timber Geronimo. But yeah, man, it's an underrated place. And I think a lot of people will start going there next few years. They kind of see it as one of those kind of places. As they see like Croatia as very, very nice, but very expensive.
And it's only next door to Croatia, isn't it? It's not terribly far from there. But it is just so... the difference is it's noticeable. There's a massive, massive, massive difference. Croatia's stunning, absolutely stunning. But Montenegro, I find at least the people are great. The people are hilarious.
Yeah.
If you're a tall black guy, everybody will ask you if you're a basketballer. That's just that's just the thing. Everybody walks like, you must be a basketballer.
You're just like, yeah.
Why not?
Whilst holding a saxophone.
whilst holding a saxophone.
You'll do
basketball? Yeah, why? Sure. If you want, I guess.
Yeah, it's like if I go to Morocco, anyone just calls me Ali Baba. They just shout in the street, Ali Baba! I'm like, yeah, morning!
Great. Why not?
That's my version of the tall basketball player.
Man, it's funny, I've got a tattoo on my car, 316. I got it when I was a Christian. I thought it was a good idea. It represents a Bible verse. Mm-hmm. And Ghana is the only place I've been to where everybody just shouts out when they're trying to get my attention. Hey, 316! Right. Hey, 316. And normally when you go through like the markets and they're trying to upsell you something or trying to, sell like their little goods and whatnot, that's the way to get your attention. 316. It takes me a minute to clock.
That's about me.
That's me. Nowhere else in the world does that happen, but all Ghanaian kind of marketplaces, they all have the same idea. Like, it's kind of weird how they all just seem to get it.
Hello.
Oh, hello, mate.
How are you?
You all right? You got a stick?
Whee! That was hilarious.
Great.
If you didn't see that, a little child came up and just threw some sticks at us.
You should bring him in. Let him know who you are.
Yeah.
That's funny.
When coming out, I was like, we can't film you.
yeah, exactly. His face has definitely got to be blurred. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's going to come back over with some release forms.
Yeah, that's it. His mum's going to be like, pay me. That's hilarious. What were we talking about?
Before this young lad came over, what were we talking about? I guess it was like Ghana and just how people ran.
Oh yeah, 316. What does the verse say?
The verse says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him won't perish but have everlasting life."
Oh, nice. I like that.
It is nice. But then there's like a weird side to it, I think. Because he so loved the world that gave his Son. So whoever believes in him will have everlasting life. And if you don't believe in him, then you're kind of screwed.
Right.
And that's not very nice.
Right.
It's like a sort of I guess, compliment sandwich.
Yeah.
Sure. So is that a good thing? I don't know. Well, I'm not Christian anymore, to be fair. So
Right.
that whole time in my life has sort of come and gone. The tattoo obviously is still there.
Right.
The kid tanked it, by the way. He just hit the floor. That is really funny. You see, he just stacked it.
Did he? It's like, oh, kids are amazing, man. It's hard to concentrate. When you were saying it, I was finding it really hard to concentrate because even, I was thinking, please don't come.
Yeah.
Please don't come into the shot. I'm gonna have to like punch it forward, bring it back.
yeah.
A childproof edit.
I did a podcast with Nate Holder. Do you know Nate Holder?
No.
Saxophonist, very cool guy. Did a pod with him. It was in a reservoir, and we were like completely removed from all the footfall. It was completely out of the way. And there's a guy jogging, and he's got ample space, and for whatever reason, he decided to change his path, jog right in front of the camera,
All right.
and then keep going. It's like, dude, I mean, sure, thanks. You know, I mean, you can if you want. You know, there's no rules against it. But
Imagine what was going through his brain. Like, I'm gonna be on camera. I'm gonna be famous.
this is my moment.
Yeah.
It's like, sure.
I suppose he didn't take his shorts off or something. We'll do it.
Yeah, just move.
Just windmilling.
Windmill.
Got to zoom in on that.
Oh dear. Yeah, mate. That'd be for the OnlyFans. That one.
Yeah. Probably go viral. Yeah. What is it about that? You definitely find it when you do videos and stuff out in public. Like people are just like, oh, "What are you doing?
It's drawn to it.
What are you up to?
Yeah.
What are you doing?"
It's like when you've got somebody who's supposedly a celebrity and people are gathering around him, other people just flock because something's happening.
Yeah.
Not know who it is or what's going on, but I wanna see though.
Well, asking for the autograph. Like, I don't know who you are, but can I have it?
That is so hilarious.
Can I have your autograph?
I was at Perugia, Umbria Jazz Festival in Perugia, and there's a saxophonist, I forget his name, black guy. I look nothing like him, to be fair. And like people coming up to me saying, "Sorry, I couldn't get to your show, man, but I absolutely love your music. Like you're fantastic, and I really, really appreciate you, and I hope you have a great gig." Like, thanks, guys. Yeah, man, much love. Appreciate you.
You haven't even played yet at that point.
Yeah, so why not, man? Why not? Maybe a taste of things to come out of that.
I guess when it first happens, you're like, no, it wasn't me. And then you think, I'm just going to go along.
Just go along with it, man. I mean, like, because they can go home and tell their friends who they met.
Yeah.
They didn't, but
No.
it feels good.
Like selfie. Imagine you got a selfie like that's not him.
That's not it. So that's not, like, the man you're thinking of is Chinese. This is not him. Yeah, that's funny. What is the fascination with cameras? It is weird. It is kind of weird. I find it weird when people selfie in the street. That irks me a little bit. Someone's just standing there like this.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Or even on the tube's a bit weird.
Tubes are weird.
That's very strange when you're doing that. It's like, this is not good lighting,
No,
like in any way.
no, it's not a good look. It isn't. It isn't.
Or you see people like just. I saw a lady the other day absolutely fucked, but doing a TikTok, just dancing like this, for like 10 minutes.
Amazing.
I was like, no, that's not looking good. It's like, what filters have you got going on?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. With enough edits, that could look amazing.
Yeah. Just almost falling over like into the wall. Like,
Yeah.
Surely not.
Like, somewhere in this 10 minutes, there's going to be some content.
Yeah, that's it. People are going to like that. It's going to go viral. Yeah, selfies are strange. I think also the kind of thing of seeing a saxophone player and just immediately going to this.
Oh my god.
That's a little bit weird. But at
It's
all
painful.
events.
All events.
Yeah.
All events. And there's no like moment of pause. There's just
It's not even like, you don't even know eye contact.
no eye contact.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, and then now a piece of me is in your phone forever, and I don't even know what it looks like.
No.
I don't
even know who you are.
I don't know who you are. You didn't even make any eye contact at all.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing as well, how many phones do you reckon are on around the world?
Oh my god, that'd be crazy, right? If you actually try and think about it. Somebody's probably watching you right now.
Well, definitely my own fans.
Yeah, that's it. I thought I recognised that joke. It was you.
Yeah, it was me. What are you doing, trying to ruin my podcast?
Do you know what? Actually, on that point, it's really funny. I used to busk quite a lot. I would do it a lot more, to be fair. But where I live in Northwest London, there isn't really that many spots, and you've got to lug a lot of your shit into London or to
Yeah,
do
we were just
it, I
talking about
can't
this,
be
weren't we?
honest. Exactly.
Could be a little bit sketchy.
Having all your stuff out, making some music, which is great, but then you've got all your gear and you've got your sax in your hand, so you're not necessarily
You're into tracks as well often.
not fortified. Sometimes tracks. Sometimes I like record. Or I say record. I pull like a playlist off of YouTube or like a mix or something. Just let that play like chill pop or whatever, or some lo-fi, and then just play over a lo-fi playlist. But what I find is like, where was I going with this? Right. So this one time I'm busking, and one of the many people recording me, and then some maybe 7 years later, I was in the gym, and this guy was like, "I've started painting you, by the way."
Just that was the first thing.
There may have been a high in there somewhere, but but this is like, "Yeah, I've started painting you." I'm like, sorry, what? It's like, I saw you busking.
You're there just like...
yeah, exactly. Oh, would you look at that? That's my time. Security. So yeah, he was saying how he saw me busking in Bromley, and he liked my look, and he's a painter, and he started painting a picture of me. He saw me ages ago, and always said to himself, "I need to get on and paint that guy."
Wow.
And he also was a barber whose shop was just around the corner from me, so I started getting my hair cut from him. I don't know, maybe that's his pitch to get customers, I don't know. No, I'm teasing. Jamie Barber, he's great. And he did actually that painting, and it's really nice, and it's on my wall. And that came from being, one of the people who've got me on their phone, basically.
Right, and then he started painting you. I like how he opened with that. That's the first thing he said.
It's classic.
You're like, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to need some curls.
It's definitely memorable when you open strong like that. I mean, to the point I'm talking about it now.
Yeah.
It's just very, very bizarre, but it's true though. I mean, can you remember all the people? Slight detour, but sort of same type of vein. Like all the people you've done weddings for. Do you know what I mean? Like how many you're in somebody's wedding photo album at the moment?
Yeah,
or videos, and they're like, "Oh, that guy bought the party."
Yeah.
Can't remember who they are.
There's like certain ones that stick out, right?
Absolutely.
Ones that you remember and you go like, oh yeah, those people. Probably, but yeah, if you're doing potentially upwards of 50 weddings a year, if not more, then it's going to be very hard.
Yes, it's going to be hard to remember.
Do you think you're like a super recognizer? Because that's the thing, like a super recognizer of people.
No, I'm not. And that's not helpful for me at all. Actually, I'm not great with faces. Some people I'm good with faces. Some people I'm not so good with faces. So I don't know you. And the worst one is, oh, you were playing at so and so's party a few years ago, and at that point you just have to say, oh yeah,
that was sick.
That was great. Yeah. I was playing David. Yeah, David. Yeah,
how was he? Is he well?
Yeah, exactly. It was blatantly Andre who was playing there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious. He's a basketball player. Is that?
It's a basket. Andre Basketball Brown. Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Yeah, that's funny. You don't. It's not. I'm trying to think of as many bold, bearded sax players that I get. I don't know if there's that many that I get mistaken for. My name definitely Max on sax. That gets mistaken for. There's a guy up north. So on Instagram, I'm always getting messages like, "Can you come and play at my party in Yorkshire?"
Great.
So he lives in like Grantham or somewhere up north, and so I always get messages of that. There's not many where people go, "Oh, it was you, wasn't it?" I'm like, "No." It wasn't.
So you're basically taking some other guy's kids.
Yeah,
unknowingly.
I always say he's up there. You go and speak to him. Yeah, he's up north.
He's not also called Max, is he?
Yeah, Max on sax. Yeah.
He is also Max on sax.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be annoying.
Yeah. So I think there's a couple. There's one Max the Sax, who's a guy who's based in Austria. Who's like a big. I think he does like a lot of like electro swing. So he's in a couple of bands like Electro Deluxe. Do you know that band?
Not familiar with
that. He's in a couple of things like that, and he's got a fairly big kind of like name. And then there's that guy Max on sax. Like my parents started saying it when I was like 5 or 6. Just started saying Max on sax.
Oh, great.
Like,
so you were playing from 5 or 6?
No, but they just always said it. I don't know why, because they're very into music and they're kind of like a bit bohemian and into that kind of stuff. And then when I got to 11, when I was like big enough to play. I played clarinet a bit before that, but then when I got to like 11, I was like, okay, I'm going to just be Max on sax.
You're gonna make prophecy come true.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's a great way to get your kids into an instrument. Like, don't force them to do it.
Yeah.
Just like, I guess it's like subliminal messaging. Just
Or
like
just pick a name that rhymes with the
pick a name that rhymes with the instrument and just call them that. Adriano piano.
That's it. Come on. We're going to be sitting here thinking of all of them. It's going to pop up in a minute.
Oh gosh.
There's going to be silence on the podcast. Can't think of more puns. I was thinking bello on the cello, but that's not really a name.
It can be if you want, I guess.
Bell on the cello. Yeah, that's funny. I don't know, they always just said that, and I just remember that being a thing, and then... Because what got you into music to begin with?
Yeah, so
Where were you based? Where were you kind of born in? Where were you based?
Where was I based? Where did I start? Where did we all start? Like Africa, is that what they say? Somewhere on Earth. I was born in South London, so I grew up in Forest Hill.
Right.
Grew up in South East.
There's quite a lot of musicians in Forest Hill.
A bunch.
Yeah, it's like a big scene of... Mm-hmm. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, who did I see? Who did I randomly bump into? I met Nathaniel Cross.
Okay.
I met him in Brockley randomly. Just saw a guy with a trombone in his back. So I was like, "Hey man, you play trombone, I play sax." And that's how we met. Just being wicked, around. Oh, he's so good, man, so good. Him and his brother as well. Yeah. Just flipping legends. I was listening to some Sons of Kemet on the way here, actually. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I grew up in South East London. I've got quite a musical family. Mm-hmm. My elder sister's a singer. I've got an elder brother who was a rapper. May still be rapping. I say was. I don't know. And when we started to go to church, when I was around sort of 15, 16, we all sort of got more into the music. Mm-hmm. So I picked up, the way I picked up the sax was the youth group that I was going to. We didn't have, or at least the youth group attached to the church, we didn't have a band or anything. So they'd just stick on a radio and play music when it came to like the sort of praise and worship time. Mm-hmm. So I went to like a Pentecostal church. So we all just decided to start a band. Nice. So I picked up the sax. My younger brother picked up the drums. My older brother picked up the bass guitar. And that's kind of how it sort of started, really. Mm-hmm. So it started in church and would then be playing every Sunday. We'd be practicing every Wednesday.
Were the other bands playing who were like older, or was it just you?
Yeah, so the way our church was, it's quite a big church called KICC, Kingsway International Christian Centre. A lot of like really established musicians have come from that church, to be fair.
Nice.
Because like the main branch, they had like literal world-renowned musicians, like really high-quality musicians playing for them. Mm-hmm. So us as the youngsters, like we always had the elders to sort of look up to and sort of see how it was done, and they were just raging. You know, like gospel church, gospel shout music, all of that kind of stuff. Like they were just on it. So they were like massive inspirations to us. And every now and again, we could sort of sit in the band and sort of watch how they do it. Or they would introduce us into the band week on, week off kind of thing, like nice. Sort of building us up. So we had like a really, really strong musical tutelage in that respect. And from there I saw a sax player who came to my church to play for like one of the big church conferences. His name's Michael Parlett, really, really cool saxophonist. I got some lessons with him. So we had lessons for a couple of years. And I pretty much just taught myself the rest of the way, really. Nice. Yeah, and that was some...
Did you have anyone in school that was like a good teacher, or was it all from church?
It was all from church, and this was, I guess, where I was sort of like 15, 16, I just sort of left school at that point. Yeah. So this was after secondary school. Music was, I guess I came relatively late to it, because I wasn't like sort of young when I started playing. Mm-hmm. It would have been like 15, 16. So I started after the school period. And I'm really thankful for that, because I know a lot of guys who do start in school. It's just a thing that you do in school. And then when you leave school, you just go about your real life.
And you actually want to do it then.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You're not like forced into it. I had lessons from 11 and can't say I learned anything, really. Like in terms of like actually wanting to play the music, they would bring in just some like arbitrary book, like the Andy Hamptons. I'm not saying it's not a great book, it's a great book. Mm-hmm. You just put it on the thing and it's like no backing track. What do you know? I've never heard of these songs. It's like 3 notes. So you could easily put, say like, I don't know, So Hit the Road Jack, you could put that on and it's got 4 notes in it. You could write those 4 notes down, play the bass line. You could write those 4 notes down, and then that could be the first lesson for the kid. They could still learn about like notation and stuff.
Yeah.
And if they like that kind of sound, that kind of jazz or kind of sound of his voice, then they're obviously playing along to it, they're getting the rhythm. But it's like, I just find sometimes the school that I went to, this person's never done a gig, first of all.
Right.
So you're just a bit like,
Yeah.
what's like you were saying about in church, you can see the trajectory,
Yes.
you can see where it takes you.
Yeah, you've got a goal.
You've got a goal, you've got people. There's also like lines and like systems, because you're in, it's almost like a team system, isn't it? You're in this thing at the moment, and then you'll get little progressions every now and again. You get like a feeling of what that feels like. Whereas I just feel like school sometimes, it's like, what are you teaching me here?
Yeah, well, what's the point? Where is it?
I don't care. Like, really, I don't care about
yeah.
this piece of music. It's like,
Yeah.
there's no backing, there's no feeling, really. It's just you think this is the best way to teach them.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
And like you said, there's no end goal. So why are we even doing it anyway? To play Hit the Road Jack? How many kids are going to want to sing along to Hit? How many kids even know what that song even is? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's not like they're learning, I don't know, Tiny Temper or whatever relevant musician there is at the moment.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not applicable. And I don't think school nowadays, or at least for me anyway, school wasn't the thing that got me into music by any means. I think I played a key. To be honest, I can't even remember the instruments I played in school. Maybe we did some keyboard lessons in music.
Well, that's bad. You don't remember any of them.
I can't remember a single thing about music in school. It just had zero impact. Yet something in me was definitely capable of going down that road, but school didn't bring that out.
Now, do you think that is dependent on individual teachers, or do you think it's the system? Or a bit of both?
Fuck the system. I think it's a bit of both. Actually, it's a great point. I think, like, I remember my music teacher. No, I don't really remember my music teacher. So I don't think there was necessarily like a spark about how he had the class. There are classes that I've got distinct memories of. Like, I had some really great teachers and can remember.
What different subjects?
Exactly, other subjects, exactly. Not that I've gone on to be a scientist or a mathematician by any means, but I remember having a lot of fun in science class. I remember having a lot of fun in other classes, but music, I don't really remember much about my music teachers at all, really. So I would say, yeah, sure, maybe the teacher wasn't, I would say, an inspiration where that's concerned. And for sure, I don't know if school is really promoting creativity by any means. I don't think schools are massively interested in self-expression when it comes to young people. Maybe when it comes to the art class, but even then, it's still a curriculum and your art has to be within the confines.
Yeah. Or it's like, oh, you're a well-rounded person, do some music. You want to be a doctor, then if you're a well-rounded person on UCAS, then you can play an instrument to a high standard. Then that also is what they kind of push as well.
Yes. There's a lot of, I guess one of the issues with school is there's a lot of boxes that have to be ticked. And there is a hierarchy of importance when it comes to your subjects. You know, English, math, science, you got to get those. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, English is good to know, but I can't tell you that any of my English classes were beneficial. Science, really good to know. Can't remember the last time osmosis has played a real part in my life. Do you know what I mean? Maths, good to know.
Yeah.
Pythagoras' theorem.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't really come into my world.
So I always thought more of English as more of an art in my brain. Maybe more like English. Maybe not English as much, but English literature for sure.
Literature, yeah.
Because my mum was a writer growing up. I think she always, I don't know, I always felt like it was kind of like pushing towards more of an art subject. Definitely more than maths and science.
Yeah.
So I think I felt a bit more warm towards English literature for sure. But again, I had a really cool teacher who was funny. And then you have like, and also they're quite inspirational. They used to make their dog like sing in assembly whilst playing piano. It's like, as soon as you do that in front of kids, and it's funny.
You've won.
You've won straight away.
Yeah,
it's like, just be a bit weird, or like do something that's like you said, do something that's memorable, be memorable. And I think kids and students will generally be more responsive.
Yeah.
Just being a bit silly and a bit like
Yeah,
fun.
of course. Well, because they're kids.
Yeah.
So that will
That's
work.
real life is, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit silly, it's a bit fun. Do you know what I mean?
What school did you go to?
I was up in Derbyshire.
Okay, so I wouldn't know even if you said it.
No. So luckily we had like a really good, like a lot of good people have come from Derbyshire because it had a great thing that happened outside of school, again, same as you, but it was more like big bands.
Okay, cool.
So yes, you kind of played by ear because it was jazz, but it was a lot of like heavy, like reading the music.
Okay.
So everyone was really good at reading music, good at playing by ear, and good at improvising, I'd say. That's where it kind of came from. A lot of the people who came out of there went to like the top, kind of music colleges. And that was kind of also the way like that they said to go. It was kind of like do well here, practice as much as you can, and go to music college in London.
Great, yeah.
And then you can kind of be around London and, be around the scenes and do stuff. I mean, we did some amazing gigs, man.
It's a great foundation. Like church was a massive foundation for me. I don't
Playing
think
by ear as well, right?
Playing by ear all the time, yeah. I mean, reading, what's that?
Yeah.
Read the Bible. That's what you've got to read. But when it comes to the music, man, you feel that. That's the spirit.
Yeah.
But having that group of people who are always encouraging, who are always pushing, you've got that thing to sort of work towards. And I guess similar for you, having that big band set up, again, that's golden. Like, I really do feel for those who want to get into music but don't have the community to go with that, because I couldn't have done it by myself. I had the youth band, and would always, everyone was getting better. So even just to stay relevant in your group and with the energy of the group, you had to improve, and you wanted to. Yeah. Because then somebody would do a chop and you're struggling to do that. So I need to know how to do that. Or they're changing keys randomly and you've got to know your keys. So I've got to learn all my keys. Yeah. It became, something to actually evolve with that group of people, as opposed to sitting on your lonesome on YouTube trying to figure it out, or having a t-shirt, which is obviously a ways to go, but it's a lot harder, I think. Those
keep the motivation, surely. That's got to be pretty boring, pretty lonely. What they call them, like bedroom musicians. And then when they come to play with people, it's just a bit like, oh. Yeah. It's like me and the piano. I can play a mean piano, but don't put me in a band. Yeah, it's harder, isn't it? As soon as you start playing, you're like, oh shit. Yeah. But that must be weird for musicians who've got to a certain level. And if nowadays they're getting like a certain response, and then they come to play with the band, they're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, exactly. Well, it was really good.
But everyone loves my playing.
Yeah, come on. Got 1,000 likes. It must be good.
It must be good, surely. The numbers don't lie.
I'm almost glad we came from before that shit was like massive.
Dude.
It's like while learning.
Yes.
While someone being like, I heard, I think it was a comedian talking about it the other day. It's like nowadays when you're learning or like developing stuff, someone could just film it and be like, this is what they're like. It's like, well, that's not actually what I'm going to be like, or what I'm like. I might be trying a different tune, or I might be trying like different material. Like, it's an important thing to think. Like when we were younger, wasn't really. I remember like little things like MSN and people chatting shit on that. Oh, that was. But not like filming you and being like, okay, then you're now a meme.
Yes, you're now a meme. Yeah. There's on that, it's really interesting. There's a guy I know. He went to a church I went to briefly. And he started like a sort of vlog of learning the sax. He says, I've got to learn the saxophone in 2 weeks, so I'm going to start filming my progress and how I'm going. Right. I don't want to, what's the word? I don't want to give it, not dampen. I don't want to give out the wrong impression, but I don't remember seeing the videos going beyond 4 or 5 days. Right. So I don't think, I'm not sure if he actually managed to do it. If he did, fair play.
What do you mean by that? What does that even mean?
What does it even mean? It's an impossible task.
It never ends.
It doesn't end.
Learning anyway.
I mean, Michael Brecker was still learning. Yeah. And if he was still learning, we're all screwed. Yeah. What do you mean?
He was obsessed.
Completely obsessed. Yeah. I had a saxophone, a saxophonist I spoke to at a gig. It's funny, actually, on that note, we don't ever really see many saxophonists.
No, that's why I want to get some more saxophonists on, man. It's nice to have people on.
Yeah, man. We don't really ever get the chance to talk because there's only ever one sax on a gig.
Did you go to the Sax Social thing? Are you part of that group, the Monday one?
Yeah. It was actually
It's quite funny because that's, to me, that is like, I want to be careful what I say here, but that's a more like sociable group of saxophone players. And then I'm in another one, which is like it's a bit of a different vibe. It's more like professionalism, and they tried to like organise a piss up once, and like no one came. It's like so funny being in these two different groups. I can see the wildness of one side, and then it's almost more. I don't know. It's a completely different vibe in the other group. I think it's quite funny.
I'm only familiar with one group, and they are, and I don't know. I find that like
There's Groove Work, right? The guy who does it all.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He's an absolutely hilarious guy.
Yeah.
But outside of that context, I'm never going to see another sax. Well, I say that. I'm heading to the Troy Bar on Friday with Nate Holder, saxophonist.
Nice.
If you're available on Friday, not kicking.
What am I doing Friday? I think I'm on kid duty on Friday, but my mates do the jam there.
Oh, yeah?
So Kieran does it. My mate Kieran Dougal kind of runs the jam on
beastly bassist.
Wednesdays, I want to say. So we
Is
should
that
go down to that.
Okay, that's...
Is it Wednesdays? A Troy Bar, right?
Troy Bar, yeah. I know, so they've got like jazz fusion, they've got other different themed evenings. I don't know which is which.
Are you going down there on Friday?
Going out this Friday with Nate Holder, wicked sax player, really good friend of mine. Done a pod with him. It was his pod where somebody decided to run in front of the camera.
Oh, really?
Ridiculously.
You just gone like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To just like stick your foot out,
Yeah.
cause an injury, and then deal with a
Stone.
court case.
Excuse me a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
You're worth it.
But what was I saying? Something to do with saxophone, probably.
Yeah, we're talking about going to like gigs, jam sessions.
Going to gigs, yeah.
Other sax players
Other
seeing
sax players, yeah, it's not coming. But but yeah, we rarely do see other sax players. We rarely see other sax players. So it's nice. I
I think you're my first sax player I've had on.
Oh,
Sorry
good.
if I'm massively offending someone else that's already got it, but I'm
It's
pretty
like,
sure.
dude,
Yeah,
somebody
come
at
on.
home is like,
What was your
what?
favourite fucking episode? No,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you are the first sax player I've had on.
Oh, pleasure.
Nice.
Taken your sax virginity in that.
In a park.
In a bar.
Buy some flowers.
Do you know what I mean?
He's buying me dinner.
Oh gosh, I'm a voyeur. What can I say? Yeah. So
The child is gone now, by the way. I was a bit worried.
Thankfully,
It
especially-
kind of worried me. I was like, why are there any? I guess he's obviously inquisitive, but like there was. By the way, there was a child kind of coming near. I'll have to kind of edit it out because it would have meant some.
yeah. You could have fun trying to blur him out, I guess.
Yeah, do like a mask. Like
Yeah,
a blur mask.
or if you've got like a. Oh, do you remember? You ever play Zelda
Probably AI
back
now.
in the day?
Say this child, any point it comes in the film,
Turn him into a bunny rabbit.
it's been Easter, so come on,
Yo, boom, there you go.
it's appropriate.
Do you find, so when you gig, right, what lane do you take where the music's concerned? And I guess what I mean by that is there's so many different ways you could play along to in a band setting. Because the sax, you're not the drummer, so you're not keeping the timing. You're not like rhythm section or anything. And a lot of songs don't really have horns. So like, how do you kind of interpret all of that? What goes through your mind, or what's your approach?
What genre are you thinking? All of them.
Take a pick, I guess. I guess with jazz, it's fairly straightforward.
DJ is the one where that comes in the most, isn't it? If you're playing with a DJ and it's like, we could be doing any genre and the tracks are fully formed.
Yeah.
But then we're just going to plonk sax on top. It's like these tracks are full energy, massively compressed. But yeah, we're just going to plonk a little sax player on top. But that I always think, I don't know, I like taking the melodies a lot. I think with certain, depends what tune it is, but a lot of the big soul kind of like tunes, as long as I'm not too loud in the mix, I think that could be a nice way to go. Especially the choruses and stuff. Say it's like Ain't Nobody or something like that. People are going to be singing that part anyway. So if you're kind of like in the most important part for them, I don't know, that for me is the most exciting bit.
Yeah.
Obviously if we're in the horn section, then it's kind of like, depends who you're playing with.
Yeah.
If you're playing with like a good trumpet player who's got his ears open, you can do some quite fun stuff. And they can just go, they just like play a little line and then you have to pick up that.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite parts of like horn playing. I could play with a guy called Matt Holland a lot,
Okay.
who basically was Van Morrison's MD for like 20, 25 years.
Fair.
So he played with like Ray Charles Orchestra, all these things. He used to tour the world. But yeah, he's an absolute beast. But he is very good at just knowing what to play on tunes and always keeps his ears like wide open.
Great.
And we'll just come up with little lines.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say that. And it depends on what setting I'm playing in. I think that's the way I'd think about it. Or sometimes it's best just to shut the fuck up. And
Sometimes it's best to shut the fuck up.
not play.
Yeah.
But also, I think it matters massively who you're playing with. If you're playing with a shit DJ who where the keys are just going all over the place
painful.
and doesn't know what key lock is. You go over to the mate, can you put key lock on? They go, what's that?
Like, so that's the end of this gig.
Or the other one is like, I don't know where that is. And you're like looking at the thing and it's like within the software deep somewhere. You're like, oh,
yes.
I'm fucked. So basically, if a DJ changes, for everyone who doesn't know about this, changes the speed of a track, which will do constantly for a gig, if they don't have key lock on, it will just change the key. So we're there going, I don't know what pitch I'm in.
Yeah.
Because it could be between notes and then you're fucked.
And it often is in between notes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like quarter tone out, like trying to be really flat.
Yeah.
And then that actually impacts the emotional. They say that a lot of bands try and tune slightly sharp from 440 to try and sound more like, try and sound more uplifting. Like Jacob Collier talks about this, like trying to make stuff sharp or trying to make it flat to actually impart like a certain emotion of a tune hitting your ears.
Wow. I never really thought about that.
Or when you're in a warm country, music sounds better or sounds more uplifting because
everything's a bit sharper.
It flies through the air. So you're like,
at least for saxophones, you find it in a warm, hot country, the saxophone heats up a lot more, thus sharpening the instrument. You're in a cold country, it cools the horn down, just flattening the instrument.
What about you then? So what do you feel? Well, first of all, what are your favourite environments to play within?
Great question. And I'm really fortunate because I've got quite a few. I've got quite a few different collectives that I work with. And they're all very different. They're all very, very different. In no particular order. But I have my band, Evening in the Universe, we're a jazz, kind of freestyle, jazz-ish, jazz, punk, world music. We're struggling to put it into it.
Why do you have to, man?
Well, exactly.
Who gives a shit? just good music.
It would be good actually when you're like ticking the boxes of what genres. If good music was just a genre, that would be great.
Well, who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? Listen and see if you like it. So we sort of play kind of like raucous, weird, expressive, heartfelt music. We're a 5-piece and I'm sort of the head instrument. So I get a lot of space to just really have fun.
Do you like effects and stuff as well?
Not with the saxophone, but I do with my synthesizer. I have a little Roland Aerophone.
Nice.
And that
is
so
like an Iwi kind of thing, or not?
It's kind of, Iwi is like the main sort of wind synthesizer.
Right.
But the Aerophone is Roland's synth. So essentially, what it is, it's what a keyboard is to a pianist. The synth is to a saxophonist.
Mate, I'll have to look into this.
Oh, dude, they are so much fun. It's like
the Iwi's a bit hit and miss, isn't it?
They're not easy to play unless your
really
name's
hard.
Michael Brecker. He would play I saw an Instagram reel about this. Michael Brecker would play an analog synth.
But through the Iwi? Or no, separate?
They may have been separate. It may have been an analog Iwi, I'm not sure.
Wow.
But essentially, the sound was being, it was analog kind of generated through the thing itself. It wasn't software as such.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't straightforward by any means. In fact, it was an absolute catastrophe of a thing. But he would play it to Michael Brecker, he'd play it to the highest level possible.
Yeah.
And if anybody else tried it, it'd be a car crash. But no, so the one that I play, the synth, the Roland Aerophone, it's got like 8 octaves, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is mental.
Absolutely mental.
Especially if you're like a sub as well. If you've got like a good sound system.
Oh man, if you've got a good, it's mind blowing. It's absolutely insane. So I mess around with that a lot with Evening in Universe.
Isn't that brown frequency supposed to be a thing where you play a certain note and people shit themselves?
Probably. I've never actively tried, to be fair.
If you can hit that on your gigs.
yeah, exactly.
I want the audience
At the beginning of the gig, just clear the room.
That's my audience gone.
That is fantastic. I'm going to have to look into that.
I think it's just an apocryphal tale, but I wish it was true.
I saw a video of somebody essentially singing. It had a massive sound system, and this woman singing like really high and finds apparently the pitch to break glass. Wow. These guys are handing her vases, and she's smash.
Without a mic?
With a mic. And a massive sound system.
You can imagine. Dude.
So maybe, but then also, if it's on camera, did it even happen? No, is it true? Is that
it's true nowadays.
Around?
You're fucked, aren't you?
Don't even bloody know, mate. Don't even
You
bloody
could
know.
probably AI someone, you playing a sax note and them shitting themselves.
Yeah,
That could be the promo.
yeah, exactly.
Come see our gig. You will shit yourself.
You will shit yourself. Do you know what I mean?
This
you backed
pose
up?
is like kind of comfortable for about 3 seconds, and you realise you're being attacked.
But there's so many things on the floor.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we're in lovely Hyde Park, aren't we? So yeah, 8
is
octaves.
beautiful.
That's ridiculous.
It's so much fun. It's got
Roland,
great
anything
sounds.
they make is sick. Like the Gaia, I used to have one of the Gaias.
I'm not familiar with that. What's the Roland Gaia? Great name.
It's like 300 quid synth, but it's pretty outrageously good. Like just a poly synth, basically.
Okay, very cool.
But you can use it as like a MIDI keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people use it for like synth bass because it's just a good quality sounding.
Yes.
Like I think, do you know Dean Mark? I think he's got one. I think
Okay.
Who else has got one? Don Chandler uses it as well. That's
Okay.
like a kind of like synth bass thing. Yeah, so it's like a good way of getting good kind of sounding, kind of waves and stuff.
Yes. I wish Roland put some more synth bass sounds onto the Aerophone. At least the Aerophone I'm using, they've got sort of different categories of Aerophone. They have the AE, I think 30, which is like their sort of premier range Aerophone with all the bells and whistles. I've got the one below, the AE20, which is still very good. I think it's 300 plus sounds on it. It's really, really fun. But the synth
So
bass
is
is
it
lacking.
is it linked to software then? Or what's it linked? How do you change the sound?
Oh, they're all on board.
So
It's
you've
got a
like
little screen on the
you
back.
go.
Yeah, and you can flick through. You got all the
8
different
octaves.
channels.
Just thinking
Man,
like
it is
saxophone's
expensive.
like 3, isn't it really?
Yeah,
Pretty
free.
much.
Free if you don't want to hurt anyone's eardrums or
Yeah.
make people feel terribly uncomfortable.
And that's mental. To have over double.
It's insane. It's taken, firstly, so with the sax, you've got the octave key on the back.
Yeah.
Right? So you just go up, put your thumb up 1, and that takes the sax up a register.
Yeah.
With this Aerophone, it has 2 buttons above what your thumb rests and 2 buttons below your thumb rest.
Right.
So even the idea of changing octave by pushing your thumb downwards is a mind fuck.
That's what it is. That's what you actually have to do.
Because you actually have to press, in order to change the octaves, if you go up an octave, you
So you go
press
down,
one
press
button up. You go down an octave, you press a button down.
Right.
And then, so it's got 2, so you press your thumb on both buttons to go down 2 octaves.
Right.
And then just the bottom button to go down 3.
Probably a brain workout. That's what it sounds like.
It's a lot of brain workout. It is, and they're glitchy as fuck. So if you haven't gotten used to it, it can sound horrific.
Right.
Even though the fingering is pretty much the same as the saxophone,
Right.
it is still very much an instrument of its own.
What do you mean by glitchy? There's certain software things or like something that just...
Well, in the sense of like you won't, if you're way up the 4th octave and your thumb slips, you're going to go from octave 4 down to the 1st octave in a split second.
Right.
And then
so
if
hitting
you're-
energy.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And like with a piercing sound, that could be quite discombobulating.
Yeah.
To go from there to there and back to there. So there's a lot of movement that you've got to really train
And
your
you can
thumb.
kind of slip on it.
And you can slip on it. And it feels like a toy in your hand. But it does feel somewhat sturdy. It does feel quite a bit light for me, given that we're carrying around bloody massive tenor saxophones.
So what is it like? How big is it?
It's about the size of a soprano. About that
Okay.
big.
Might have to look into
Oh,
this.
dude, you will have so much fun. You'll have so much fun. They're
Because I
really
like...
cool.
I had a TC Helicon pedal for a while. I think I left it at a gig, which is fucking annoying. But it was like a loop pedal, but it's got
Great.
loads of effects. You can go through you can act like a voice or act like a guitar. So it's got double the amount of effects because of that. But it just makes the sax sound great, like a little bit of chorus, just a tad. So something like, I don't know, like 10% wetness of a chorus on a sax on a gig.
Oh, man.
Especially if you're going into a desk, can actually be quite nice. A little bit of like reverb built into it. So it's like literally like this big. It's called the TC Helicon Voice Live Extreme. And one of those.
Have you got a link for those guys?
It did sound like an ad, didn't it? That's hilarious. I need one, so you can just give me one for free. But man, they sound fucking incredible.
Yeah,
Like,
great.
just having, because I'm not a massive fan of going into a desk, like just into a DJ decks. And just being like, okay, this is literally going to sound just me and my sound.
Yeah.
It's a bit dry.
But then you're also at the mercy of the DJ. Have you ever had a DJ turn you down?
No, I've had them be dicks in other ways, but not turn me down. No.
Right.
Have you? You must have.
I've had that a couple times.
But they're standing behind the speakers. So how the fuck do they know
How
what it
do they
sounds
even
like?
bloody well know, mate?
Yeah.
How
You
do
just
they
like,
even
what you're hearing
bloody
is
well
not
know?
actually a representation.
Yeah, and you stay in your lane because they booked me. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I am respecting the music. I'm
Smash
not
the
just
stuff
like
up,
just,
Have a.
just
Did
pour
you
your
turn me
drink
down?
all over the fucking deck. Yeah,
Did you
great gig,
turn me
mate.
down?
Did you turn
I'll give
me
you one
down?
more warning.
Did you fucking? I'll pour it. But going back to your question before, in terms of environments I like to play in, I've got, like I say, my jazzy kind of environment with my band, Evening in the Universe.
Mm.
I have another collective I play with called the Vibe Room. We've been going for a couple of years. And the way this collective started, we basically would put on house parties, invite only house parties, have a DJ.
I've seen the videos from
You
this.
see the
Looks
videos?
sick.
DJ set
Yeah,
the stage,
really
band on either
nice.
side. Oh, so much fun. So we're playing R&B and I'm a piano and whatnot. And that's an environment
piano.
where like your ears got to be up, right? Because the DJ's doing their thing, but it's not just you solo and sax. You've got guitarists, you've got singers, you've got
You got
like
one
the whole
Mafro,
thing
right?
happening. With Mafro,
Yeah, wicked.
Mafro Waters, absolute legend. So yeah, those are always great environments. Like I love playing in those because I guess I haven't got a lane in which I like the saxophone. I don't play it in the way that is. I guess I don't stick to one genre as well because I think different things do different things for me. Different sounds do different things for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love jazz ballads. Like do you know what I mean? I'll murder Misty, mate. Do you know, give me a Misty, I'll fucking nail it.
Body and soul for me, man. It's one of the greatest songs ever written.
Just beautiful songs and homage to a time before where that was like at the forefront of I guess at least our instruments, you know. It's like I love that. But then also I've got a collective called I've recently started working with called Tokyo Radio. Tokyo. I keep saying Tokyo and it's Tokyo. But they spell it Tokio. So my dyslexic brain says Tokyo. But Tokyo Radio is basically jungle and jazz.
Nice.
So jungle vinyl DJs with jazz musicians.
That's sick.
Oh, it's so much fun, dude.
That sounds great.
So much fun.
What's not to love?
Raucous as fuck. Exactly. We did a gig at the Hootenanny the other day, and we had a trumpeter by the name of Takuya Nakamura.
Okay.
He like sort of started the jungle jazz sort of movement. He was initially a jazz musician, then sort of transitioned into a jazz trumpeter, and then transitioned into a jungle DJ and producer, and like really, you know, an older guy, Japanese guy, like silver hair, cool as fuck, absolutely hilarious.
Right. So you're only allowed horn players with cool names.
Yeah, exactly. And Takuya Nakamura is a legendary name.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's an anime character of him somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So those are the environments that basically, like I love all the gigs that I do, mainly because I love the fact that somebody wants me to add my sound to the thing that they're doing. So even if it's a corporate event, funnily enough, I say funny, I do enjoy playing for funerals, weirdly. Mm-hmm. And I say that because it's an environment where generally the deceased loved the saxophone, right? So, you know, Grandpa loved the sax. He always listened to these songs and it meant a lot to him and would love you to come and just play a few songs in memory of Grandpa, Grandma, auntie, cousin, whoever. And where you're kind of used to playing for environments where people are up and making noise and sax, go on, let me go your trumpet, do you know what I mean? Or, yeah, exactly. Camera up and don't even make any eye contact.
Yeah. That's surely the opposite. Right?
It's completely the opposite. Actually, they're listening to the music, it means something. It's a kind of beautiful send-off. And also you learn a lot about a person you never met and never will meet because obviously they're dead. So you don't really get the opportunity to meet them. Don't view the casket because that's weird. But you kind of just, you're in these people's lives in a big way, in a moment that's kind of really, really solemn. And I do appreciate being invited to play it in those moments, really. That, and as well as, you know, the stages that are a bunch of fun and laughs and all the rest of it. But I like the whole
powerful, right?
spectrum of it. I think so.
Yeah, I've only done one, and I've actually told this story a couple of times, but it wasn't a great experience, and I think that put me off it.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
I would like to get more into it. It also I would always feel weird about what do I charge?
Sure.
Because it's like, it's so personal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such like a moment you're coming into because I think a lot of what we do is being comfortable coming into situations where you're immediately thrown into something that's one of the most important or poignant parts of their life.
Yes.
It's like, by the way, I'm getting married. Can you come and be a part of that? It's like, that's actually a big deal. And as well as the funeral thing, like being comfortable, just thrown into these very poignant situations and being like, okay, I'm here now.
Yeah. Like we said, how many people have you played for in a wedding? And they're going to be like, Max on sax was the bee's knees. And do you know what I mean? What was the name? Jim? John?
Yeah.
Not because of any other reason apart from the fact that we do so many, it becomes nigh and impossible to remember every gig. And they get married once.
Hopefully just once.
Well, if they get married again, it's another gig. Do you know? Have you ever had a repeat booking for a wedding? That'd be crazy.
I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet. Still time.
Yeah, do the divorce party in the next marriage.
Had someone try and spike me though.
Oh my God.
One, not far from here actually,
Really?
and then say that I'd proposed to her that day. But like in front of me, telling the story, like, he proposed to me today. Don't throw me out. Looking at me, going, tell him. And I'm like, what? You're fucking mental.
It's like, no, this only happens in the movies, mate. On the TV, I'm not going to go with you.
No, absolutely not. You're terrifying.
Get rid of her, mate. Get rid of her.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
Oh my God.
Didn't know anyone at the wedding. Just came in, crashed it. Just kind of came in and went like, oh, that's a beautiful instrument, kind of speaking to me, and then tried to offer me a drink. And I was a bit like, there's a free bar there. I'm not going to take this drink.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird. And then being like, oh, don't throw me out. He engaged to me today. He's my fiance. I was just like, what the fuck? Luckily, it was like, I knew lots of the people at the wedding. It wasn't just me playing at the wedding. Like, loads of my schoolmates were there, and they were looking at me like,
dude, you just got proposed? Yeah. Have you told your wife about this?
Yeah. Mate, it was mental.
Oh my gosh. Do you find it, how do you find it, like, going into these environments? Like you rightly said, it's, for some people, probably one of the most important moments of their life. And you don't know anybody in the room, but you've got to make this great. Yeah, like, I've been planning this for years. We've been engaged for a while. All my family around. We put X amount of money.
All the money.
But you're going to make it fucking incredible. Like, does that ever, I don't know, how do you feel about that?
Try not to think too much about that and just, like, I think I'm quite lucky that I've got a lot of people that I'm in bands with who are really good at being relaxed at gigs and also like charming clients. Yeah, I just watch them over the years and I try and just nick little bits from what people do. But yeah, I'd also say just like, try not to think about it too much personally.
Yeah.
Try and just play as well as you can.
Yeah.
And also what I try and do as well is make sure that I'm in a healthy space. If I've got a particular gig coming up, I'll also make sure that I've been eating well before it, done quite a lot of exercise. If I'm feeling a bit like ragey or a bit weird, like I do some boxing, like hitting the bag for a bit.
Great.
Doing something like that, or like doing something that I know is going to get the tension out of my body.
Great.
And then I'm getting to the gig in a more relaxed state.
It's really thoughtful.
Or I've also got this thing where I do, there's a Wim Hof meditation thing, which isn't really, I wouldn't really call it meditation because it like amps you up rather than relaxes you. Mm-hmm. And it don't know what it does, it like oxidizes your blood. And I do that in the car. I've got this like 15-minute thing. I do that sometimes before, just to kind of get in the right mindset.
It's like intense breathing, is that?
Yeah. It's like an old school, never remember the name of it. Someone asked me on the podcast the other day, but it's an old school breathing technique, which basically he's taken and modernized. So it's like an ancient breathing technique. But yeah, it's like breathing quite quickly and then holding your breath on the out. And it apparently activates your parasympathetic nervous system and basically relaxes you, but also oxidizes your blood at the same time. So I'll sometimes do that before a gig.
That's really helpful.
And like, I just sit in the car and I sometimes also visualize myself. If I'm at the venue or I know the venue, I'll visualize myself walking in.
Great.
And then think like being charming or being like good energy.
Great. In
the room.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes do that. But I try and find a balance of not overthinking it too much, but also thinking about it a little bit.
Also preparing for it.
Because if you're there, like you said about the podcast earlier, if you can paralyze yourself.
Yeah,
by becoming too, and I think that's a place of fear as opposed to like abundance, right? If you're like, oh my God, I need to do this really well. Yeah. Often what that'll do is push the good stuff away.
Yes.
Because you're scared as fuck.
I did a podcast with Lindsay Wesker. He founded, best name, right? Yeah. What a cool dude.
Not as cool as your name, though.
Tashomi. Yeah. I mean, props to my pops for that name, to be fair.
Tashomi Balfour as well.
Tashomi Balfour.
That's a sick name.
Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah.
Mine sounds like Max Johnson. Sounds like a dodgy porn star.
Sounds like a basketballer, to be fair.
They always get recognised.
Exactly. And potentially a dodgy porn star, but neither here nor there.
Sorry, I digress.
All good. Lindsay Wesker, he founded MTV Bass, MTV Dance, MTV Hits.
Oh, nice.
He got Kiss FM off pirate radio onto mainstream. Like, he's done a lot for UK music. And I got the opportunity to speak with him. It was kind of like, this feels like quite a big deal, given that he's such an accomplished guy.
It's amazing.
And is so connected, and has just done so much for music. And I've grown up on the products that he's kind of birthed.
Yeah.
So, I did all my research and whatnot, read his book, great book, by the way, called The Mistakes I Made and How to Avoid Them, I believe. And so I did all the reading up on him, prepared everything and whatnot, and visualized exactly how I thought I wanted it to go and the questions I would ask and how he'd respond. And off the back of the first question, he just went in a completely different direction to what I had initially thought. So I was like, great, all the notes out the window.
Yeah.
Just be here. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've planned it. Yeah, I've got an idea of what I want to do. Life had other plans.
Yeah.
So kind of just take a moment. Cool. This is where we're going.
Well, that's good that you could do that, though.
Yeah, not easy. And I think it's from failing a lot and from... I tell you what, if I'm going to be completely honest, since I've stopped smoking weed, I've become so much clearer in how I deal with things, how I manage conversations, podcasts, gigs, just life in general. I think, everybody, a lot of people in the music industry, will have a drink here or there, have a little bit of weed here or there. There's a bunch of other things going around. But I've since decided to just be sober. So I think that is like...
You don't drink either?
Don't drink either. Really? Oh, man. That's what's up. Yeah, great. And it's weird because in these environments, you're just constantly...
First thing, a beer? Do you want a beer?
Yeah, do you want a beer, mate? Yeah, just settle your nerves. Let's just get you some alcohol and just completely rearrange your biochemistry. Yeah. That'll work.
What is it about booze that's so accepted that it changes so much about a person?
Oh, man.
But it's still so accepted. Well, it's tax, isn't it? Probably that's what
of course. And it's weird because it is definitely a drug, but no one really sees it that way. And it's so widely available and accessible. You can get it anywhere.
Have you had any dodgy moments when you've been on gigs where either from men or women where you're like, this is so inappropriate? In a physical way or like just a client, you're like, what's he doing?
I mean, so one, which was the worst. Oh my God.
You had a flicker in your eye of then.
The moment you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, go on, we'll do it. I was thinking if I've said this in one of my pods, I don't think I have. So I'm playing for this band and it's a wedding.
I'm already laughing. It's I know what's coming.
It's awful. It's a wedding situation. The venue was really... Yes, it was in the UK. I can't remember whereabouts. But the venue was it's a really weird shape for a wedding. So the wedding ceremony was almost in kind of like a corridor. So the way this venue was, it was kind of like sort of the lounge area of a hotel kind of thing. So there were like pockets of spaces, and where the band was sort of in the middle between both sort of pockets in this room. And there's like a corridor in between. It was an awful space to play in, an absolutely awful space. So the band, everybody was sort of like side by side, and you got like 4 people deep before you get to the wall, and then there's spaces around the outside. So the wedding guests are like that close to you the whole time.
Are you playing for the evening or day?
This is the evening.
Okay.
So playing away, people are getting drunk as they do, getting absolutely off their face. And there's a woman who is like stood sort of probably as close to me as you are, basically.
Right.
And, she kept giving me these eyes. I'm like, you've got eyes, I can see them. Great. Can I get back to work, please? And then...
Give me a demonstration of the eyes. Not even subtle.
Not even subtle at all. And what's annoying about this is, again, it's a wedding, so you imagine all the guests kind of know each other, right?
Yeah.
And she's next to me, everyone's facing the band, we're facing everybody else. So she's come as close to me as this, to the point where now she's also on display to everybody. So everyone can see, oh, Bev's at it again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chill out, Bev. I don't know her name.
Bev's had too many Bevs.
Bev needs to get bloody sober, mate. So I've called her Bev, didn't get her name. But what she did, which is the weirdest thing anybody has ever done in front of me. Is it the weirdest thing anyone's ever done in front of me? Maybe. It's up there. It's probably top 3.
I might change it right now.
yeah. Please, mate. Please.
Let's get viral.
Yeah. Exactly, mate. So what did she do? So she basically, after giving me the eyes for quite a bit of time, and bearing in mind, and also because it's such a small room, it's really hot in this room, so everybody's sweating.
You're also playing like party music.
Yeah, also playing, so party music. It's all.
There's a singer at the front as well.
Singers are all at the front. All the singers that were all stood side by side.
So there are other front men and women.
Absolutely.
Right.
Why she chose me? I love the sax. So what does she do? She looked at me while giving me the eyes. She goes like this. Gets her hand, wipes it up the inside of her thigh to get all the sweat off the inside of her thigh. And she goes like that. I'm like, fuck me.
Oh my.
Like, no, don't fuck me. Actually the opposite. Like, please,
Bev.
leave. Bev, please.
Oh my.
Oh, grim. I think like I've got a little bit of acid reflux in that moment. I was like, oh.
You do well to carry on playing.
Dude, it's awful.
Oh.
It's true. Like, at what point do we just go, no, that's plenty, and just leave? It's like,
Right.
no, that's the line.
Oh.
Yes.
Made me feel a bit like changed my biochemistry telling me that story. And so as soon as you said what she did, I went like,
Awful. It just gets worse. And
imagine you, but also the kind of gender thing is weird. You wearing short shorts, going up to a woman in the band,
man,
just being like,
yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get thumped in the face, mate.
yeah, knocked out. Immediately thrown out.
Immediately thrown out. Immediately. Catch a case for that shit. Yeah, so Bev wins. She's like at the top of...
I don't think you'll ever top that.
I don't think I want to.
Along with like grossness.
Yeah. Yeah, sexual harassment.
In the slightest bit hot or not?
No.
No.
Okay. Do you know what it is?
But even if she was, then she'd do that and you'd be like...
She wasn't a hot woman. Well, she was very hot. She was sweating, clearly.
It took a while.
She was just collecting it in her hand.
Oh, God.
Dripping
Showering.
everywhere.
Oh, my God.
Do you know what I mean?
That'll be the end of the gig. I would have puked.
No, it was awful. It was absolutely awful. How about yourself? Have you got a story rivaling Bev?
That's horrendous. That's amazing, though. And I wish someone was filming, and that would be even better. If someone had like one of those like GoPro 360s,
Yes.
just up there. Did you get it?
It would be great if it was
That's
like...
the thing, you don't... When was it recently?
This was a couple of years ago, maybe.
Because even then, she doesn't know someone wasn't filming the whole
I
thing.
should hope they did film that, and I hope they remind her every other week.
Imagine
This
that
is
on
why
the
you
video- on
shouldn't
the wedding video.
Yeah, exactly.
No, just I've had like somewhere agents have had to call me the next day and be like, "Are you all right?"
Oh, wow.
From like that kind of vibe, just like often just the same thing. Drunk woman who was her birthday party and just come over to you and like constantly trying to just like touching your chest and like getting really close.
Yeah.
And then quite a few of them doing it as a group. And then the husband's there like watching.
Yeah,
So it was a bit of a weird like cuck vibe. We actually talked about it on this podcast with the woman who had to call me the next day. Yeah, it's just people with, this was a kind of vibe of like little bit of entitlement, people with lots of money.
Yep.
Usually get what they want. Could tell there was also a bit of like keys in the bowl kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That was the vibe I was getting.
Sure.
But as soon, you know, in some places, as soon as you get there, you're like, oh.
You know what it's going to be.
Yeah. It's like someone comes in, the first thing you do is touch your chest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
maybe one of those, isn't it?
You immediately know, great.
And again, if I was female sax player, well, which does happen in this DJ lineup, male coming up, touching the chest, first thing they did, being in their face, imagine that.
Oh my God,
It
yeah,
would be
insane.
like
No.
instant
Yeah, of course. It's completely
knockout
unacceptable.
or at least getting manhandled.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. By not just the band, other people.
Yeah. And I just find it awkward. I'm like, what can I do in this situation? Like, I can kind of walk back to like a safer place and then just kind of play for a bit.
Yeah.
And then walk forward. I don't know. It's just a bit awkward. I'm not scared. It's just a bit awkward.
No, it's a piss take, is what it is. It's an absolute piss take because there are those, for whatever reason, men being sexually harassed isn't a thing. So
it's like made of a joke, isn't it?
It's a bit of a joke, really.
So realised.
Equality, there you go. I want equality for bloody that side of things because we do get sexually harassed on a regular basis.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like every time you go to work, you know, and actually my job has got nothing to do with any of that.
No.
I'm very comfortable with my partner at home. I would like to go back to her without a shuddering experience of a woman trying to get her hands on me.
Yeah.
But it happens so often.
Go on, yeah.
Well, so this is a woman, and I have shared this one on my pod. I was playing for Rupert Murdoch's daughter. It was her wedding. And one of
already going to be full of characters.
Oh, man. All the characters.
A little bit of entitlement? Or?
Just a little bit, I guess. Just a smidgen of...
A sprinkle.
Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of, you know, we're used to owning people. Do what we want, do you know what I mean? Influencing the world with our media.
People have seen Succession. They know the vibe.
It's literally that, right? So I'm on the dance floor, I'm playing with playing to people, yada yada yada. Seems fairly kosher. And then as I'm playing, I felt these two arms wrap around my stomach. And then I was lifted off the floor and walked across the dance floor and put down. And my fist, I was holding the sax while this guy did it. When he put me down, I balled up my fist because I was actually like fucking mad at this point. Like, what the hell? I turn around and it's a short, stocky dude. And he's looking down in his pocket and he pulls out a wad of 50s and he's like, play for her. I'm like, you motherfucker. Boom, 50, play for her. All raging inside, but I'm like, I will take an extra 250 quid. So, what I should have said is, that's not enough.
Yeah.
No, 50 could be a lot more than 50, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Grand a note.
Yeah, exactly. Grand a note, mate. I'm leaving with that wad. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mate.
Yeah,
that's a dichotomy right there. What do you do in that situation? There's not much you can do, really.
There's not really much you can do because you're at one of the world's most powerful people's weddings, so the security is going to be pretty high.
Yeah, and so, they'll be on your side.
And they're not going to be on your side, you know what I mean?
He's already showed that he's fucking strong.
Yeah, exactly. And also pretty ballsy and doesn't really give a shit. And I give a shit sometimes.
Yeah.
And so what are you going to do? Like, if you don't immediately react, but you ponder it, you may as well forget about it. Unless you're going to do something in the moment, there and then, can't think about it anymore.
And you'd be 250 quid down.
If you're 250 quid down, you know, agency probably wouldn't have been too happy about it, even though they'd understand. But they still would be like, but you hit a wedding guest.
With your sax.
With your sax.
I've heard another story of, like, someone this happened to. Someone, they were playing lying down on the floor, like sax, and someone, a guest came and jumped. Basically tried to, like, do this. And then just be like a normally fairly calm person, just like that. Can you imagine? Because that could actually, can you imagine if you're playing a tenor sax, he's playing tenor sax, lying down like this on the floor.
Jesus
that could literally kill you.
Oh, of course.
If you're, I'd say you're like an 80 kilo man running and jumping drunk, could the neck,
of course,
go into your esophagus.
That's disgusting.
So he was just like ready.
That's attempted murder, mate. Really? Yeah. That's terrible. Oh my God.
Luckily, I think he noticed and was a bit just like managed to move at the last moment or kick, because your brain would go for all sorts of things.
Surely.
Just be like, I'm going to kill you.
I'm gonna. You're not going to survive this moment. You've just dug yourself an early grave, mate.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones. I don't really feel the rage too much on gigs. It's more like, the thing I used to find annoying is when people just grab the neck.
Yes, they do.
Wouldn't let go. Or people who go like, I can play that, mate. I used to play school. And you're like, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. They just try and grab it and pull it towards them. It's
no.
like, please let go. I had one guy where I had to grab his front of his face and the back of his face and just go, stop! Because he just was holding the neck and would not let go. It was literally for like 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
To the point where I was like, how am I going to get this guy off?
That's crazy.
And he's there going, just holding the neck of your sax.
Crazy.
So what do you do?
Oh my, that's crazy.
Like if I hit you, A, you probably won't get paid. B,
Yeah.
you're going to fall over.
Yeah.
And you could die.
And this could
or
be a lot
something's going to
worse.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or your
that's
mates
it.
will be there, and it's like they
Yeah.
won't have known what's happened.
How do I save the saxophone of my career in this moment
Yeah.
where a drunken idiot?
And my life potentially if I get arrested, or
Of
he
course.
gets, if he hits me, and I fall down the floor.
It's
So
just
many
too much.
factors.
It's just so many things that people don't necessarily appreciate when they're drunk and being a bit silly.
Yeah.
The grabbing of the horn is such a common drunken antic. I don't get it. I don't understand. What I do, because that happens a lot, I try to grab their hand. If I see their hand coming for the sax,
Before and just go,
I'm grabbing their wrist.
Right.
No, I'm not shaking hands at all, mate. That's an act of war. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. No, I'm grabbing their wrist and don't touch it. I always grab the wrist, but then sometimes you don't get there in time. So if they've grabbed the horn, I then grab the wrist quite
I just thought of
firmly.
one while you were talking about that.
Go on.
Playing tenor, alto was on the stand. Picked it up.
No.
Picked it up, put the alto up by the neck.
No.
I was just like, that was one of the most ragey moments about where you just have to be like,
What did you do?
just what can you do? I just ran over to her immediately and just took the sax. But like
Yeah.
the neck thing that's dangerous.
I know. Because that's going to ruin your sax in a split second.
And if one screw is slightly, that's the weight of the whole saxophone.
Yep. Fucked.
Fucked, and it's like $2.5 grand there, potentially 3.
Yeah, gone in a moment.
Yeah.
Just for a joke.
Yeah, just to be
I'm
like,
gonna go pick
no
up
one
the
was there. It was just like her. It's like, fucking hell, man. It's outrageous.
Oh man, I don't get it. Do you know what? I blame drummers for this.
Right.
I blame percussionists mainly
Letting them in.
because they let them play percussion.
Maybe that same gig, the percussionist and drummer let someone sit on the lap while they kissed them.
You see?
I was like, yeah, I'm fucked.
Great, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So the natural thing is I've kissed a percussionist now.
Yeah.
That's time for the sax. We're not special, man. They use us. Yeah, the percussionists who give the guests their sticks and let them play. Now, simple person thinks, I can now play your instrument.
Yeah, it just takes them seeing one person at one wedding.
Opens the floodgates.
Yeah, it would be floodgates. Yeah, I didn't think of it like that. That's a good point.
It only came to me now, but now I realise it's their fault.
Yeah. Every time you're on a gig with a percussionist, it's like, your fault.
It's your fault, mate.
What?
Do you know what I mean? Which is what I
Make
get.
us mad.
On that note, like, let's say, for example, you're talking about how much you charge and whatnot. When you have guys who can play half decent and they charge next to nothing, it ruins everybody because everybody has to bring their fees down.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, well, I got so-and-so a sax for 200 quid and he flew out to Marbella and played my wedding for like next to nothing. What do you mean you want more than that to do what is a little bit less work?
Yeah.
So, the guys who bring their fees all the way down because maybe they don't feel comfortable in quoting a higher fee or whatever, they don't feel like they're necessarily worth it, they don't feel like their gear amounts to that amount or whatever, for whatever reason why they don't feel they can charge a certain amount, they charge less and everybody else gets screwed. Percussionists, giving the guests their sticks gives the idea that I can just play an instrument. It should be easy. Go on, saxo, let me have a blow.
Yeah.
And what is it? It can't be that hard.
Yeah.
You make it look easy. Go on, give me a try.
Mate, it also makes you fucking sick. I used to do it like when I first started doing gigs, I would let people play it. The sickness, you feel so sick the next day because it's like potentially 10 different people's.
Yeah.
So you're kissing 10 different people.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably if not more because you're then playing the instrument that it's like.
So you're
like
still
harbouring.
kissing them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
You're still kissing
kissing
them now.
for 2 hours. 10 people.
It's a Guinness World Record.
Yeah, it's not why I went to music college. Yeah, that's funny.
I don't let people blow the saxophone anymore. You're right. At the beginning, and there's almost a nervousness. You kind of feel like you have to. I know at least that's the way I was.
Because you do sometimes get annoyed.
Yeah. Oh, let me play. Okay, fine, I guess. And then years ago, I stopped doing that. But then one person, actually, I let play my sax. And I kind of regret it, but not really. I had this gig for Bukayo Saka in the Arsenal football team.
Mm-hmm.
It was Saka's birthday. And so it was a whole... This is a bizarre gig of mine. It was Saka's birthday, so it was Bukayo Saka, the Arsenal football team, Wizkid, Santan Dave, the footballers' girlfriends, and then me on the sax. It's like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I don't even get in this room. This is insane. So at one point during the night, Gabrielle, who used to play for Arsenal at that point, asked to play the sax. And I was like, as an Arsenal fan, it's like, yeah, go on, Gabrielle, it's you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you can. I wouldn't do it again.
No.
I'd never do it again. Because what do you think would happen? You can kick a ball, but you can't blow a saxophone.
No.
Of course you can't.
I'm good at everything. Tell you what happened. Did he actually hold it as well?
No. I didn't get it. No, it wasn't Gabrielle, actually. It was one of the other boys. Shows how good of an Arsenal fan I am, kind of a name.
Twist the neck round and go.
Yeah, sort of let him blow it for a bit, and he blew it and felt really proud of himself. I was like, yeah, man, thanks. Please don't do it again. Yeah, I guess I felt, I don't know, because I'm an Arsenal fan, I was like, yeah, go on.
There's little exceptions.
I can say.
Imagine you running onto the pitch and be like, let me have a go.
Yeah, right? Do you know what I mean? Look, it instantly doesn't know who I am.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
But we had something.
Yeah, what was it? We're best mates. I'm on your phone.
I've been kissing you for the past 2 hours.
Oh, Jesus, mate. Yeah, that is rank. I think, yeah, my mate used to carry around a spare mouthpiece. That's what my mate used to do. Put it in his pocket.
Great.
Take it off, put it on. And be like, yeah, sure, here you go.
That's commitment to the
Also, it's
client,
people I guess it's the extension of the percussionist thing. It's like, if you then do that, if you do that to 10 people, they're then going to go to a next gig and be like, come on, play, mate.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to get a sax player who's like steaming on coke off his nut, and you go to do that and you're going to get clobbered. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to have a bar of it.
Yeah, which does happen.
which absolutely happens.
Yeah, it's a mad world. We do get to see a lot of like funny moments and like, yeah, I mean that, Jesus, Bev, that is intense.
Oh, Bev, it was. I don't even know. Like,
imagine if you were into that though. Imagine if you saw it and you were like, must be love,
Beverly, must be love. Do you know what I mean?
She's the woman for me.
I mean,
the whole, you know, when they zoom in on those, like on the films, it's like zoom into your face. You're like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cut to Bev and she's got a sweat dripping down her cheek. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's a very niche kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be a niche man to be into that.
Yeah, that's very bizarre.
Do you think people think they have this view of? Because I know when I met my wife, actually, I met my wife in Hypnose.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we met there and then kind of bonded over like Dark and Stormies. But yeah, when I met her, a brother was very much like all musicians and this kind of hedonistic lifestyle.
Yeah.
And do you think that people, like guests at events, probably just think, oh, they're musicians, like they just shag everyone, or they're just kind of like they don't really have that? They're very hedonistic about life.
Well, it depends on the gig, right? I mean, if you're doing Pizza Express or you're doing a jazz cafe, maybe not so much. If you're doing an Essex wedding,
yeah,
likely, you know. But then also, to be fair, there are a lot of musicians who are in the game for the hedonistic life, and they make no mistake about it.
Yeah.
You know, and like you score if you can sleep with somebody you met at a gig. That's a win. But you lost really, because if you think about it, they're the winners because they got the one guy. You're the loser because you gave it up.
Yeah.
That's where I don't see it as a win if you can woo somebody at a gig. Because not everybody, but a large portion of maybe the hedonistic folk in the crowd would want a part of it, want a piece of it. It's better to keep it to yourself,
100%.
I think. But to give it out at every other gig, it's just a bit, I don't know. That's not my thing.
No.
That's not my thing.
Not at all.
And also, I only learnt that the sax was a bit of a magnet for that kind of attention after I got in a very committed relationship. So I learnt too late in the game anyway. Do you know what I mean?
So many people. Yeah, but definitely the DJ sax thing, because it's like out in the crowd. Obviously, that kind of music is quite like sexually charged anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Club. But yeah.
Yeah, and the saxophone, even in itself, is a bit of a phallic instrument. Do you know
Definitely.
what I mean?
It's love songs, isn't it? And
yeah, it's
playing love songs on a penis.
Now she wants to play love songs on your plate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Come on, Bev.
Come on, Bev. Do you know what I mean?
Serenade me, Bev. Jesus Christ. That is probably one of the grimmest things I've ever heard.
It's
up there.
It's one of the grimmest things I've ever experienced, to say the very least. It was an awful experience.
How is she still single?
Do you know what I mean? Isn't that what they want?
Yeah.
She's like, but I did the thing.
Yeah, come on. I thought that's what men wanted. Oh my word.
Yeah, fucking death, mate.
Yeah, that is pretty outrageous behaviour.
Yeah, no, it's weird. I find now that, like, I guess also for me on that side of things, it's so fickle. I like to people watch, right? Especially at gigs. So my eye streams whenever I'm slightly tired or out in the sun. So this eye has just been going. But when like I people watch a lot, and at gigs, you're in a room, right? In a box, you've got however many people in this room, progressively getting more and more drunk. So the way they were when the gig started is generally not the way they're going to be by the end of the gig.
No.
And at the start of the gig, before I took my instrument out, saxophone, you to be clear,
Where's Bev?
where's Bev? You didn't know who I am, and you don't really necessarily need to know who I am. And you didn't care. You wasn't thinking crazy, lustful thoughts at the sight of me. Oh, maybe you were. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm just that guy. But I would have thought that you are just about your own business and you've come for whatever. And then all of a sudden, there's this sexual energy where you want to do horrible things to me. That doesn't interest me that much, because when you do so many gigs, you just get a new random generated group of people and likely similar scenarios. And then it just becomes part of what happens when you perform in certain environments. There's not necessarily anything special necessarily about doing it with a person, because then you're in another environment somewhere else and the same proposition, the same thing, different hair color, different body type, same scenario.
Yeah.
And I personally just don't, I'm not necessarily attracted to that. I don't find that interesting. It's also, I'm at work, man. It's like, it's come to work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, why are you giving me all of these fucking propositions? Like, I've just come to do my job. So leave me alone.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I'm
100%.
glad you enjoyed it. Have a great time. No, I don't want you to put your spitty, sloppy, sweaty Bev hands all over me. No, I don't want that. Actually, did you like the sax? Great.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. See you later.
Do you
Write
know
me a review.
Yeah, exactly. Write me a great review. You can tip me if you want,
Yeah.
but don't touch me.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's surely never worked either. Yeah, it's a weird one.
No, surely not. Like, I remember being at a gig, and there's a singer at this gig, like a very, very confident singer was in this group, and he had, like, I know a lot of musicians like this, a lot of singers who are like, and not a terrible amount, but there are definitely musicians and performers who are like this. You know, they enjoy that side of the game because it's available to them. They're single, they're in their heyday, so they want to, make memories, as it were. And I remember at one point during the night, the singer ended up kissing this woman randomly. And I remember the woman coming up to me afterwards and she was like, I'm married. Like, I really didn't want to do that. I really didn't feel comfortable with doing that. And I'm not terribly happy. And she's sort of trying to, console me to console her or something or whatever. I'm like, dude, it's your choice. It's fine. Whatever. Just go home to your husband. Forget it. You're both drunk. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
But then also, like, a lot
Was
of
he drunk as well, the singer?
No, he doesn't drink.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. So we weren't both drunk. No, just she was drunk.
Right.
Terrible. Yeah. But not good. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, it's just a moment, and when the moment goes, you sober up a little bit. You're like, oh, actually, not terribly proud of that.
Yeah.
But
there must be. I don't know. For me, I think what you said before is I wouldn't think about doing that with a woman now, even if I was drunk. So there must be something in there subconsciously that you're not happy with the man you're with. Or the fact that you're that distracted by something that you're like, oh my God, this guy's getting loads of attention. He's really like enticing. That to me would be alarm bells.
Yeah.
Even if you're drunk or not. Like I think it's your brain or your psyche telling you something subliminally.
And you want me to alleviate you of what you know is already inside. So don't be like, oh, I didn't want it, mate. Go home and talk to your husband.
You need to talk some stuff through.
You got to figure it out because you're kissing random people at parties.
Yeah, because most men would be like, that's just a bit annoying, don't do that again. Maybe we should talk about. I don't think many, well, maybe some would, but would you leave your partner if they said that to you? They just kiss someone at a wedding?
Well, I mean, Hopefully it's not their wedding. Do you know what I mean? Kiss at the altar, like,
Well,
damn
I have
it.
heard stories about that.
So I guess we really are through.
Yeah. On the dance floor. First dance.
No, so my missus, she's an actor. She's an actor, a lawyer, an author, a writer, podcaster. She's a genius, brilliant woman.
So you say actor now? Because it's this thing, you say actor or you don't say actress anymore.
I think it's actor. I think
Okay.
I think it's just actor. I
Okay.
think. Don't quote me on that. But
No, I've heard people say that you just say actor now for both sexes, right?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So she had a theatre play that she was doing. She was in a production called Snow Queen, sort of based on the book.
Okay.
And she was the main protagonist. She's got a male counterpart, and they've got like a romantic kiss at the end of the show. So I actually had to watch her kiss this bloody dude twice a day for like 3 weeks while the run was on,
Right.
and that wasn't fun.
No.
Not fun at all.
Can imagine.
But it wasn't like a drunken kiss, right? Which is more your question. If my missus was to randomly drink and have a bit of a fun time and get carried away at a moment,
Yeah.
I'd like to think that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
If it did happen, that'd be a bummer. But we've got a mortgage, we've got a car, like we've got years behind us. We've got a lot of shit going on for us. It would be pretty bad if that tanked the whole thing.
Yeah.
But if the kiss ended up to, by the way, I'm pregnant, then I guess that's a slightly different conversation. But I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
And I don't think my woman would find herself in that scenario.
No.
So I think I'm all right.
I think it would just be, if that happened, it would be like, okay, that's a sign, isn't it? Like we need to talk about something. Like for that woman at that event.
Yeah.
You need to be a bit more like, okay, let's talk about some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Not trying to get consoling from you.
Yeah, I can't help you now. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, I shouldn't have done it. So, well, what are you telling me for?
Yeah, you need to console yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
But I guess, what's it all about anyway? Do you know what I mean? It's not my cup of tea, but for other people, they love doing that. And that's
exciting,
also
isn't
fine.
it?
It's exciting. Like, you're an adult. Literally do, as long as you're not harming anybody, as long as you're not hurting anybody, do what you want to do. And I'm sure for somebody, it is exciting. You go out, you probably want to see if you can make something happen with somebody, and then it's the fucking gorgeous singer who's like completely nailed the gig.
That's enticing, isn't it? When you see people, when you watch musicians, even that is like very cool to watch, especially if they're kind of like taking centre stage.
Yeah.
Like it's just a cool thing. It's kind of like people are just magnetised towards that.
Yeah. And like you rightly said, we're singing about sex the whole fucking time, right? Do you know what I mean? All the songs are sexy. All the songs have sexy undertones.
Yeah, definitely. Or about love or something.
Yeah,
Something under there.
We haven't sharpened it up a bit, so it's not all happy per se. It's right in the middle. It's in the sexy part.
It's all at 440. Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been into that kind of... It's never been my bag either, to be honest. I think some people are kind of more inclined that way and some people aren't.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't make music who are like, that's a missed opportunity. But then I find it's weird. Especially from a male perspective, because I can remember I heard somebody saying this, why guys find it hard to say no. Because we sort of spend our lives as men trying to get the woman, right? And the woman decides what man she's going to go for. It's like if you look at a guy's Tinder inbox versus a girl's Tinder inbox, no doubt there's a lot of requests coming in for the girl, and the guy is trying to make something happen the whole way.
Yeah.
So she could just sift through all the no's. She can happily say no. And then when she says yes, for us, it's the one opportunity, not one opportunity, but do you know what I mean? It's comparison to her 30 no's and then one yes. For us, she's given up 30 no's, said yes once. I've received 30 no's, and when I receive one yes, well, that's like great, we're the ones who are always chasing. So then put us into a position now where we become the desirable thing and don't have to do any of the footwork. And now actually the numbers have changed, and actually the women are coming forward and saying yes. But I'm used to hearing no all the time. So this now is kind of fun. This is a unique position to be in.
Well, if you put a picture of you as a sax player on Tinder as well, it wouldn't be the same, would it? Because it would be like, there's something about that magnetising when you're there in the moment, and everyone's kind of like, oh, what's this? This is cool.
Yeah, the way you make
Everyone gets kind of like wrapped up in this, almost like a fever of the music. It has a very different effect. So you just had a picture of you being
The
like,
picture of you is just not going to do it, because then they've seen the way you're blowing it, and then they're like, look at the way. Anyway, do you know what I mean? I'm sure there's a lot about the performance itself, and again, just the sexiness of the instrument. I think probably by design that draws people in. And I think people are attracted to people who. Because if you're good at your craft, you're good at what you do. It says that you're dedicated. It says that you're disciplined. It says you're prepared to go a certain amount of time and stay with a thing. It says you're confident because you're up there, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, you got a bit of style because you're not just wearing
you're
jeans.
often a nice suit.
You also look well. You brush up nice, and you come across pretty nice. And it's a surprise. Like, it's like, oh shit, that's pretty awesome. I want to wipe the inside of my thigh and lick my sweat, and I hope that we can have something happen tonight. I don't know.
Jesus. Yeah, I've definitely learned, like, I've got 3 boys, and they're just getting into like lots of different things. Like, one of them is quite young, he's like 1, and then I've got 2 5-year-olds, and like one of them's very into football, and just seeing him like progress and seeing him practice, it's very inspiring, man.
Great.
Like, he's getting better. Like, he just won a couple of medals he's been doing football camps and stuff, and he just won a couple of medals for like scoring the most penalties. And just seeing like
England will need him.
Yeah, just seeing the way that like him constantly progressing, but also like practicing every day.
Great.
And seeing the like energy and stuff that he's getting from it's really inspiring, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've kind of got back into practicing every day.
Yeah.
And just getting to my saxophone as much as possible, and like putting the effort into the sound, and like trying to just improve little things.
Great.
It's really cool. I'm finding like a real like, I don't know, like a new lease of life for practicing, a new lease of life for like playing the saxophone again.
I love that. Yeah. That's great, because, you know, after a while, when you've done it for so long, you can kind of plateau a little bit, because now you're just sort of doing it. So to have that renewed sense of like a new love for your instrument and your craft, I love that. That's really cool.
I also changed like a couple of bits. So I changed the crook and the mouthpiece, and that made a massive difference.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking, like, am I just kind of like, why is this feeling a little bit more effort than it should be? And then I like just tried a different crook.
Yes.
And it was like, whoa, okay.
Flying. Yeah.
Now it's not just me. There are little elements as well that like will make a big difference.
Have you found though that doing that, maybe all the time that you had those sort of kinks, have you found that like when we'll get the word out eventually, now you're sort of having to put less effort in, is that, do you think that overcompensation has supported the sound now?
100%. Because then when you play that, you're like, oh, there's a bit more freedom to this. But yeah, it makes you like consistently stronger because of that. Yeah, I think that with my alto, definitely. My alto is like kind of a new alto. And this is like big thing in the saxophone community, isn't there, about like buying a vintage sax versus buying a new one.
Yes.
And I really like the sound of it, but then you take it to like a sax. I got a sax expert near me, and he's like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, seeing it like, but I really like the sound of it. But it's like that thing of the newer instruments are a bit more kind of almost like in your face, and they have a little bit less, I don't know, maybe nuance to them.
I know what you mean.
Does that make sense? But yeah, I think playing on this, if I can get a good sound on that, when I do then, you know, get a different saxophone or have like get a vintage saxophone, I think I'll massively benefit from that.
I find there's I also have the same thing with you. I've got my saxophone I bought brand new. My alto I bought brand new.
What is it?
It's a Andreas Eastman.
Okay.
It's called 52nd Street. So it was one that Bob Mintzer helped design and get the sound out. So it's a really, really beautiful sound.
I love his playing.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
What a flipping guy.
Mate, some of those Yellow Jacket solos just like, what the hell?
And dude, he is like so old and still, Yellow Jackets are still at the front of jazz. Like, they're still pushing it. I saw them live in Umbria Jazz Festival last year. Dude, even now, like, you guys are raging. And still new ideas, and Russell Ferrante on piano. And he's laughing when he plays. He's still just having fun. Like, I could talk about them no end. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
A lot of my love for Bob Mintzer, I think, is why I was drawn to a sax that he sort of had a hand in designing. And but I find with this one, it is brand new, but it does feel vintage. It does have like a
That's what my one feels like as well.
sound.
Yeah.
What's the brand of your alto?
Well, it's Trevor James, but it's their professional brand, so it's called like Signature Custom.
Yes.
I think basically they didn't want to put Trevor James on it.
Yes.
Because it's considered like a beginner horn, right? So just they call it I think it's the Raw XS Signature Custom.
That's my tenor.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got the same one.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a great sax, man.
Oh, beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, great sound.
I love the sound of it. I love the kind of like the feel of it. It's very vintagey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? The vintage versus newer saxophone debate.
Yes, yeah.
Lots of more purists around.
And what kind of jars? I say jars me. It doesn't jar me per se. And by the way, shout out to Kenji. I got that tenor from him. To be fair. Selmas have kind of like that's become the one that everybody wants to play, right? So whenever you see a player, 9 times out of 10 it's a Selma saxophone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I quite like the fact that I don't know. I like the variation of things, and if everybody's playing a Selma, then no one's playing a Selma.
Mm.
And if we're all doing it, then do you know what I mean? What's the point?
Yeah, true. We all sound the same.
We all sound relatively the same.
Well, it's because the people in the past, right? People like Brecker played, Mark 6. So it's like an iconic instrument.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. I kind of like. Also, like different instruments sound different for different people.
Yeah.
You could obviously I tried a few of the vintage saxophones. Don't know, it didn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
I was just a bit like, meh. Obviously, this is a great instrument, but don't know, it doesn't make me feel anything.
Yeah, am I just doing it because everybody else says that this is a good thing to do?
Yeah, and the guy influencing me that is also selling me the instrument. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
this is the best one.
Yeah, it's the best one. What are you doing by the other one? Like, well,
yeah, of course.
I don't know. It's a funny thing, isn't it? Vintage versus new. I guess it's probably the same with like analog and digital, isn't it? People from the analog era are always going to be like, no, it was never as good. It didn't sound as good. It's like, well, it's pretty hard to hear the difference.
Yeah,
unless you're a complete nerd.
but also there's so many, like you rightly said, you've got a different crook and a different mouthpiece, and that changes the sound entirely. So sure, a vintage horn absolutely can have sort of like a bit more of a warmer tone or whatever, or maybe has some nice little notes that, like you said, only a super nerd can really tell the difference. But then you're probably going to have to get it repaired a lot more anyway.
That's a big thing.
Do you know what I mean? That's probably going to have to happen quite a bit. And I don't know, do you want to be traveling with an instrument that's like a deposit on a house all the time? I don't know. And you've got flipping Bev wanting to grab your horn when you're out.
You've got to have a stunt sax, man. For certain gigs, there's got to be a stunt sax.
A stunt sax, yeah, plastic one. Do you know what I mean?
White plastic one. People love that though.
With lights in, yeah, they absolutely.
Yeah, I've had beer in the horn a few times.
Oh
full
my
bottle.
god, that's
why?
How did they manage to get it all in there? Because
I think they went for it, but I moved. So it was just like, but still the implication was there. Just like,
crazy.
What are you doing, man?
That's crazy,
mate.
I mean, it's it's kind of like a thing that kids do, right? Push you and grab you. It's like, that's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun that you've just threatened to ruin my.
But it's like, instead of a kid, it's this rich dude in a nice suit. Why?
Still a kid.
Yeah.
Just in a big body and
he's in the emotional age of a 5-year-old.
Basically.
Which is more dangerous in a way.
Which is a lot more dangerous in a way.
Like a fully grown man with the emotional age of a 7-year-old with lots of money.
Yeah.
And entitlement.
Yeah, and people who actually do what you tell them to.
Yeah. That is dangerous.
And that's who essentially runs our government at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, very much so. But me and my wife were talking about this earlier, like the thing of spending money when you're a musician. Like it's kind of like, I kind of see it personally as I can spend money on like things. Say if you've got like a videographer, for example, that money that you're spending is obviously giving back to that videographer, but also kind of means that if you're paying like a healthy amount of tax anyway, kind of means that it's just going to lessen your burden on how much you give to the government, which technically you don't really trust. Well, I don't personally. With where all my tax goes, I don't really trust it's all going to the nice places. Yeah, I don't mind about like the national insurance contributions and stuff to do with the NHS. That obviously makes sense. But like beyond that, I would rather pay a videographer or someone I know or someone who makes good instruments. Or I'd rather give the money to them, which means that then I can pay a little bit less of that.
Yeah, that's a shout actually. That's a shout. If you like subsidise your tax somewhere else. I mean, look, I have no faith that our government is spending. All you got to do is drive in London for 20 minutes.
Or even just walking from stations.
Do you know what I mean?
What the-
And the roads and the potholes over, I'm like, right, so my road tax is useless
Yeah.
because the roads are awful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So why am I paying for that?
Council tax, a lot of that.
Yeah, council tax, the streets are a mess. Do you know what I mean? Okay, cool. So you're not hiring the binmen and whatnot, and our guys aren't sweeping our streets, so the money's not going there.
Mm.
Like, you can kind of look around and quantify all the things that one's paying tax for, and maybe not necessarily see the benefit. Like, for example, my partner, not only is she an actor, she's also a lawyer. And one of the things that her law firm are dealing with at the moment, they manage all of the NHS law.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the main representatives for the NHS.
Okay.
Now, the government have mandated that the NHS cut its staff in half.
Right.
So,
Recently?
yes.
Jesus Christ.
So half of the NHS staff are getting let go.
How's that going to work?
I mean, it doesn't make any bloody sense.
Is that more to do with agencies then? Is that what they're going to have to work on the shortfall?
Well, I'm not sure exactly, but I know it certainly will support narratives when random viruses attack our nation and then our hospitals are understaffed. But
Is that why the doctors have gone on strike as well? Because they're on strike this week, right?
Really?
Yeah,
That I
yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah, so I think they're on strike for the next 3 or 4 days about various things to do with employment. Maybe they...
That's an interesting one. I have to look into that. I didn't know that, but what I do know is our government are not doing our hospital staff any favours at all. And if you halve the NHS completely, so they're dealing with all the redundancies and whatnot, like they have to make it legally make sense.
Sounds dangerous.
It sounds completely irresponsible and self-destructive. I do not understand why that's sort of happening right now, because the impact is crazy.
Yeah.
The impact is crazy.
And a lot of the payments, I think a lot of the funding is going on agency staff. So why would they want to then cut that in half to then have to potentially pay for more agency staff?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, of course.
So my wife actually works at the NHS. She's a
Really?
midwife. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You should ask her about the redundancy situation and whatnot, because a lot of people are being made. First, it's happening in phases. So initially it'd be the voluntary redundancies, and as time goes on, I'm sure they may have to ramp it up in order to meet the government figures of slashing the NHS staff in half.
God, that makes no sense.
No.
All these, yeah, and like you only need to get sick or have some kind of like illness or something, or know someone who's been ill to know how amazing the NHS is, and just go in. You're like, this is incredible.
Of course. And maybe that's going to change quite a lot. It's really interesting, actually. A lot of things about our country are changing in a very short space of time. A lot of things about life are changing in a very short space of time.
It's getting weird, isn't it?
And it's getting really weird
getting
really
really
quickly. And what I often think to myself is, you know, I mean, I can only vouch for this life that I'm currently living at the moment. So was it ever going to go any other way? Was the life game always going to get very bizarrely weird at this point in life?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, to be fair, I've had situations like Bev. I've had a few bizarre situations. But one of the benefits, I guess, of doing music and traveling the world is you sort of get to see that the whole world doesn't behave the same way.
No.
By any means.
And we're
at
very
all.
lucky. Like, you know, being able to come here with this equipment and, you know, talk and, you know, be around this kind of stuff. We're very lucky.
Yeah.
It's very rare in the actual scheme of the world.
It is very rare. I mean, what did we have? We had, I don't know why we're getting terribly political, but we had bloody Donald Trump threatening to blow up all of Iran like yesterday.
Last night, yeah. So what, end of civilization?
And a sitting president of a country feels it an acceptable thing to say. And this is happening in our lifetime. It's so very bizarre and can make you feel somewhat powerless. But I think if we sort of at least talk about this stuff, I mean, I don't think I'm in a political position to do anything about it. But even 20 minutes ago as we're talking, I'm sure there was like a protest going.
Yeah, I had something going on, yeah.
Like, it's, you know.
It's actually more and more, because I've been to several gigs recently in Central where there's been protests happening.
Oh man, great, power to the people.
Yeah.
I love
Many,
that.
all on the same area, like around Green Park.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's getting weird.
It's getting really weird, dude.
It's super weird.
It's getting really weird. That's why it's nice to be able to play a gig and sort of put that out of your head. Do you know what I mean? For a little bit, at least. Can we just get along for a little bit, you know?
Yeah, and also thinking about like kids and when they grow up and
Oh man.
what kind of world it's going to be in.
Yeah.
Like jobs and things developing the way they are.
Yeah.
It's going to get weird.
It's going to be very different.
Yeah, with AI kind of getting the push of all these different areas and getting pushed by the military complex. That's surely going to ramp everything up.
Did you see that? Was it Metal Gear Solid 2? Did you see the clip that they released from that game where, who is it? I think Snake's talking to somebody, or somebody's talking to Snake, or not, wasn't Snake, it was somebody else. Anyway, characters like that. There's a conversation happening in the game, and one character says to you, the main character, says, "Are you having fun with the AI model that we're giving you?" This is Metal Gear Solid 2, so this is what, early 2000s.
I was going to say, it's a long time.
It's ages ago. And he's like, "Yeah, I could make like cute little anime girls and whatnot, but you know, what's the point of it?" And then the guy says, "Well, basically, it's, you know, it's something you can have fun with now, but it will evolve soon to the point where you won't be able to distinguish reality from AI." And they put that in a game 20 years ago. That's a bit concerning.
Yeah, that is quite concerning.
And that chat was having earlier on about new phones and cameras. Like new phones, I've noticed are sort of not just now not taking a picture of what they're seeing. AI is being imposed into the camera.
Right.
So you can take a video or take a picture naturally, but there's already AI working behind that anyway.
Yeah.
So if we've got AI on our cameras versus